adventurers were all invited for a stormy night of intrigue, camaraderie, and combat. Scant was known about the depth of preparation at the Inn of the Weathered Dragon. From the soft light provided by the beautiful sconces to the warm, homely space delicately afforded each adventurer, there was no denying the attention to detail or the overwhelming power of the setting before us. Mead was flowing and easy to find. The master's own space was elegant and spacious, yet unpretentious. As the evening progressed, the adventurers made much merry and could only laugh the setting provided them.
The lighting is money, dude. This shit looks good.
And the adventurer's assessment was apt. Shit did look good. And as the adventurers succumbed to the last moments of the evening, there was only one thought to be had. When and how they might acquire another invitation to the Inn of the...
Hey everybody, we're back. This is Band of Badgers, and especially this is one of our new series. This is Game Room Tours. I'm Dave, your host. That's Steve down there. There's co-host. He's looking a bit kind of cold.
What?
You know, like you get it, like I don't know, like you get ready to go into a plane or something. You got the life preserver, you got the ejector seat, you got the pilot gear.
It's a roller coaster. The intro to these shows are. That's what it is.
It is. It's. I'm glad you.
As I said yesterday, it's we car crash into every one of these things. So I thought I'd put the life vest in.
Put the padding on. You forgot the seatbelt though, because we just went ahead first. Anyway, we're joined by Michael from the Weather Dragon. How you doing, Michael?
I'm good. Long time no see.
It's been ages.
Not even 24 hours.
Yesterday, yeah. We're back. We've had a little sleep, and then we're back. We're back to the States, and this is what we like to see. So, if you, the audience, this is that kind of show where we get to ask questions and be really, really nosy. We all love to see inside people's houses, and geeks like us love to see other people's gaming rooms. Now, Michael isn't just a gaming nut. He's also a gaming freak because he makes gaming tables. So who better to go and be nosy at and ask the ultimate question of who would game in a room like this? Well, I can't find what point at him. There he is. But Michael would.
Not that
So, yeah, if you have questions for Michael, because Michael's going to take us a little tour. We're going to be here for the next like half hour, 40 minutes, just like, you know, chilling, exploring the room, all the like nooks and crannies. If you have a question and you're watching this live, put it in chat. That's great, and we'll ask Michael, because Michael's going to be behind the camera. He's not always going to be able to see questions, so we'll shout them out. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you have a question for Mike, let us know in the comments below, and I'll send them on to Michael, and he'll let us know. Nice and easy, all up to date. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Right, so Michael, here we go. This is your moment. We're gonna make you as big as you can. This is the Weather Dragon. And while he's doing that, we're going to go over these bits and pieces. Dave, when are you... what's this? Maverick says, Dave, when are you replacing the conference room table with one at Mike's table? That's a great idea. Once we work out how to get the tables across the UK in an affordable manner, we might do that.
Key word, affordable.
That is always the key word. So we're going to make Mike central screen. Right, over to you, Mike. I can see everything, but the first thing I want to see is the signpost up above. It says the Weather Dragon Inn, and then you have, what is that? Is that a scythe above it?
That's an orc slayer.
Oh, I love it. See, we're already here.
That's what it's been deemed anyway.
I like the shrunken head cow skull. That's awesome.
Yeah, we might as well start at the beginning. Just some cool little foliage and a little candle sconce. I love my candles and my flickering light. That's no secret.
They're always a nice themed addition to this kind of stuff, and that's what we like. But you can see, look, there's an owlbear head. So for the audience who are watching this, you can see there is a wealth of stuff in this gaming room. What is that? That's your druid shower.
That's Aramil's. That's his cloak. He
That
keeps
is so cool.
it keeps Hermes warm.
That is amazing.
Oh, cheese comes from strong heads, guys. That is awesome.
There's one from Gato Blaster, 1776. Hello, Gato. I missed that room, he says.
Oh, that's
So that-
Matt. That's my boy. He moved on me, the bastard. He moved to Texas.
See, that was your fault then. He moved. Can't blame Mike. So let's have a look. We got some pictures. We got some art. We got some weapons.
The yard sale fine, $5, and you can kill somebody with this thing. This is solid steel, like cast iron.
Look what it's
Clearly,
on
when
your wall.
anybody walks in that room, it takes a paint off the door frame there, don't it?
He's got a garden gnome look.
Oh yeah.
This is a little corner of weird stuff.
Love it.
This thing, oh my God, this thing terrifies me. I don't know why I have it in my room. I have an aunt who's very worldly and travels all over the place. This is an authentic. It's a Kenya. I don't know, some kind of gourd. They use it to carry blood.
Oh wow.
So I don't know whose soul is in this thing, but yeah.
Don't let that out.
This fantastic piece of vinery. I live about 2 miles from a state park called the Dismal Swamp. It is absolutely massive in this area. There's a running trail. So one day I was running and I saw this on the side of the trail and I'm like, yep, you're coming home with me.
That is amazing. I noticed you got some artwork there. There's your logo.
We'll get to that. we got to talk about Zombie Squirrel.
do we need to talk about Zombie Squirrel?
Yes.
This is, I mean, if you like 28 Days Later, I mean, look
No,
at
this is the Reapers from Blade 2. This thing.
All right, so here's how Zombie Squirrel came into existence. He is a taxidermied brown or black squirrel. My father-in-law was a hunter, so he collects stuff. So he might have purchased this. I don't know if he actually, shot this one. But anyway, when I first acquired him, he didn't look like that. I had him down on the ground and my little knucklehead dog chewed on his face and my daughter had some fake prosthetic blood. So we just put it on his head and now he's Zombie Squirrel.
Wow.
It's funny how
this.
things happen.
I love the fact you've got a ship, you've got some rigging, you've got a map. I
Yes.
love that.
That's the Black Pearl. It's a cardboard model. I bought it off like
Really?
Wish or something. It's all cardboard.
Wow.
That looks really good for cardboard.
It does. It's fantastic. It was fun. It was fun to put together too. That's a map of Skyrim up there.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I love your sconces as well.
Oh yes. These the glare is kind of pooping up this shot. This picture, there's a really cool story about this. This was done by an artist by the name of Tanel Lovett. My first year at Gen Con 2021. She came to my booth like a lost puppy dog. She was so cute. She's like, I love what you're doing here. She had her pad in her hand and pencils. She's like, can I just sit here and draw? This is so inspiring. I'm like, sure. So she did. And I said, your payment is to give me a custom drawing of a dragon, playing at my table. And she hooked it up.
Wow. That is awesome.
She
That is
draws
really
for
good.
Peter Atkinson, the owner of Gen Con. That's who.
Nice.
That's who she works for. This is May Kills Jamez, the official Weather Dragon artwork.
Yeah.
Authentic dagger from a Renaissance festival.
Look, there's a giant map. We've got a suit of armor there as well, hiding around the corner. This
All right,
is incredible.
This map, you'll notice there's flags
Yeah.
sporadically around the map.
Yeah.
This
Hang
key.
on. So there is a question. What's the map?
Oh, we're getting to that. This is a key from the beginning. I don't know how it doesn't look like it's focused in too well. But each number coming down is the customer, where it is, the date, what type of table, and how they heard of us. So
Yeah.
each color represents a table, a Harbinger, a Stashwick, whatever, and then the flags are numbered. It might be hard to tell. So this is my map of taking over the world.
Wow.
That's really cool.
2 in Florida, 3 in the North Carolina,
So
Virginia
these
area.
tables. So so this is your we'll talk about the tables, and if you haven't seen Michael's tables, we have done a Q&A with Michael. So go and check that out on our channel.
I'll put a link in
And
chat.
if you're watching this on YouTube, you're already here. Just remember, like and subscribe. Check out some of our playlists, and you'll find Michael in our Q&A. Oh, that's awesome.
This is a deer skull, and I added
Really?
the horns
Wow.
once broken from battle, but
Yeah.
I added all that. It's just a deer skull. That's all that is. This is Sir Daniel Fortescue. Any old school gaming nerds out there? I'm talking Nintendo, like regular
Yeah,
NES.
that's oh god, what's the game? What's the game? It's
Medieval.
something, and yes, that's it.
It was medieval. Yeah.
Medieval, yeah.
And the main character was Sir Daniel Fortescue. So awesome story where he came from. I did home improvements before I became an epic table maker. I was in some dude's house redoing his floor. I knew he was a nerd, magic cards, all kinds of weird stuff all over the place. And lo and behold, this guy. So I got to talking to him like, you got to be tired of moving him around. I said, how much do you want for him? I was ready to buy this thing. And the guy, and he kind of pondered a minute. He goes, just take him. I'm like, what?
Wow.
He told me to for free. No, I didn't pay a dime for him. I was ready to offer him $100, something, anything, but I wanted him. So I was working with my kid, and it's thundering and lightning outside. And here we are, 2 knuckleheads carrying this metal tin can through a lightning storm into my trailer.
Fantastic.
Is it full on sheet metal as well? Is it got some weight behind it?
It's thin. It's very thin.
Okay.
Literally like a tin can almost.
Do you know where the guy got it from?
I don't. He said it was some kind of drunken college story. So God only knows they probably stole it.
Yeah, they've definitely stolen it.
Yeah.
There's a video
I dare
game
you
shop
to go
somewhere.
up on that porch.
You've got some D&D books on the shelf there, Michael. Let's go and have a look.
Yes.
I want a fish
And,
bones.
and the skeleton piranha as well.
What we got? Movie magic. Yeah. Oh, we got Heroes Feast. Well, I suppose that's a good one. Have you got Stashwick's book?
I do. It's not up here, but I do have it.
Got to keep it in the
You've
kitchen or in the drinks bar.
It's got everyone.
These are great. The Young Adventurers guides for little
Yeah.
kids. They're friggin' awesome.
I
Yeah,
bought that for my boy actually. Yeah.
My Stranger Things box set that I refuse to open. Gen Con beer cans. Gen Con always does official with the local breweries. So that's
nice.
I got for the 2 years I was there. I got one for each.
That's cool.
And the Black Pearl.
Again, that ship is awesome. Now, we've seen a lot of rigging, and we have some questions in chat about your chandelier over the gaming table.
Yes, the chandelier.
Can we take I love your ceiling as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that too. Oh, also on my YouTube channel is a video on how we did the ceiling, the whole installation process of the ceiling, and the raising of the chandelier as well.
Cool.
This driftwood, we do a lot of camping at a local campground in Virginia Beach called North Landing Beach. It's a river pretty much, and I get on my kayak. I go to this one cove where there's always just piles of gorgeous driftwood. I have 3 other massive pieces like around my yard and my house. One, they actually had to use like a skid steer to help me get it out of the water. They were super cool with that, so that was badass.
Wow.
But I saw this and I'm like, yep, that's going on my ceiling. Dried it out for about 10 months, and there she is.
That is incredible. I love you got your God of War axe there as well. We were talking about that before we came on stream.
Yep. Leviathan.
Awesome.
More
I
fruit.
do love the fact that everything in this room is kind of themed, but it's not just one thing. It's lots of little things like presented and hidden. You got all these little
Yeah.
stories around the room.
Yeah, it's very well styled and together.
So this ceiling behind me is about 800 acres of trees, forest, I guess, if you will. In there is a very old, pretty much fallen to nothing house with a barn. The barn basically collapsed, and the only thing that was standing was the roof. These were the rafters from that barn, so they're probably 100 years old.
Wow.
Cleaned them up, painted them up, and slapped them on my ceiling.
It does look incredible. What's the feeling when you're? Let's take a look at the gaming table now, because that's center of the room, and this is your business. This is the Weather Dragon. You make gaming tables. I mean, it is a thing of beauty, but what's it like when you actually get to game at your table in your room, surrounded by all this? What's the players? How do they feel?
It's just fantastic. There's no other way to describe it. It's just the ultimate mood. Obviously, it's a lot darker in here when we play. It's usually nighttime, and then it's literally. Unfortunately, the torches on the wall and the torches on the table aren't enough. But the main chandelier, we can, we'll dim that out just to keep the mood as, close to where we need it as possible.
Yeah.
The lights on the table as well are great. I mean, they're pretty bright because you can see them reflecting on the ceiling.
Yep.
And for those of you who have not yet seen our Weather Dragon Q&A, you'll notice around the table you've got that writing around the table. What does your table say?
This says, "Gather here and be merry, forget your woes, and slay dragons." In Angerthos Moria, it's a Tolkien font.
Nice. I love it. And you customize that for all your customers as well.
Yeah, it's whatever they want to put
message.
there. Every single one is different. No two are the same.
And is this the table that's signed?
Yes. Right in front of the DM screen, that little strip of hardwood. It's all. I'll do a quick glance when we get over there.
Right. So that's wall 1. Wall 2. Oh, we've got a barrel of what are they? Shrunken heads. What is that?
Barrel of goodies.
Nice. Got a little
These
treasure chest
are
down there.
passport masks. I don't know which part of Africa, but between tribes, they actually had to have their specific one in order to travel, or they would probably get creamed. That would actually be a cool thing to add into a campaign for sure.
Yeah.
A big chunky Kraken dice.
Nice. Do your players ever like take something from the room and use it as a trinket for their character? You say, "Oh, look, here's the lamp that the genie's going to come out of."
It's been done before, yes.
Yeah. I mean, there is so much here. I see some dragons, some minis. What we got?
Yes, these are. This is my age is gonna show here. From when I was about 14 years old, all the metal ones, not Mr. Lego guy. I painted
pirate.
these about 30 years ago, and never got rid of them.
If you go back to the skeleton, that's the giant skeleton, isn't it? From Rime of Frostmaiden.
I don't think Rime of the Frost Maiden was around 30 years ago.
No, but the creature is, though, isn't it? That's the same.
Oh, right.
That's
Yeah,
the same
I'm
colours
not
almost.
sure. Back then, I wasn't too much into the lore. It just looked cool, so I had to have it. Same thing up there, the Gold Dragon, the Pegasus. Those are old, and even that guy, this crazy Serpentine Dragon, which is actually, this guy's kind of prophetic because my logo kind of looks like an Eastern type dragon, which that one clearly is. So that does say something. The samurai swords came from a neighbor. He had them up in his attic. He's like, "Mike, these look much cooler in your game room." I said, "Yes, Ed, they sure would." So there they are. So they're kind of on loan. If I ever move or something happens, I do have to get those back. But but that's okay.
They are very nice. I'd love to have those.
Yeah, they are cool. We've got a couple of questions coming in, Mike, if you're ready.
What do we got?
We got it's one of the questions about your minis. Do you keep your main minis in this room or elsewhere?
My minis of shame. Yeah, they're on that last wall. I don't have a crap ton, but there's two little they're actually like thimble shelves underneath the TV back there. But yes, they all kind of just hang out in here.
All right, we got another question from Mav. Mav says, "Have you considered remodeling to make the room even bigger?"
Oh, well, the plan is a detached, larger shop, huge, huge compared to what I'm working out of now. And above that would be my new game room where I can probably house 3 tables. And then kind of use it as a show.
Oh, a showroom.
Have different types. I got the Chimera going now, all different. Have a Stashwick, a Harbinger, and whatever. And so if people really want to see them, well, sure, come over and come check them out. So in essence, it becomes a showroom as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And let's go to the coat of arms. We've been looking at the coat of arms. Rewind. There we go. It's something with dagger. Yeah, look. What's that? And there's one below as well. Have you got any stories about this one?
These are just yard sale finds. Nothing too spectacular as far as stories go.
They're awesome looking though. I mean,
they are.
Like, apart from that weird spider thing, I don't like that. But
that's really good. That does. Let's just take a very close look at that.
No. It's the same with like Whiz Kids. They want to offer me like a severed joint spider head. I'm like, nope, don't want it. Don't want it.
There's a letter on the wall there, Mike. What's that?
These are custom letters I do with the official Weather Dragon seal. Can you see that? Yep. There it is.
Can. That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's just a little something I throw in with the tables. When somebody orders a table, it just goes in the crate on top also. Basically, welcome to the family, and a few, do's and don'ts with the table to keep it, lasting for the next several decades. This was cool. Again, before I became an epic table maker, working in the construction industry in Norfolk, Virginia, there's a museum called the Nauticus. And I was working on a project in there, and the guy, one of the head guys of the department we were working in, is a super nerd, had a 3D printer, and he had one of these. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to have one of those. So he made me one.
That's cool.
I think that's it for that section.
Yeah. I see is that Mind Flayer got lit up eyes, or is that just
reflection? No, it's just or just white glowing with the torches.
That is disgusting and horrifying.
It is disgusting. Yes, it is. It is.
And no, I don't perform sacrifices and rituals in here.
Have you ever had, like, I don't know, like an electrician, someone who doesn't know you, just pop into the house and go, what the fuck? I'm going to go back to my truck. I forgot something. I'm going back.
It's like, as Mike was saying, he's been in people's houses that's where Lord Daniel Foster, I can't say the name. That's where the suit of armor came from. So has anyone been in your house and like, oh, can I take that home?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard that one yet, but that's going to be a big fat no. Nope, get your own Sir Daniel Fortescue. That one's mine. These guys here, these little medallions, emblems, whatever the hell you want to call them. These came from the very first Harbinger that I made. Unfortunately, that one is in the Netherworld. I had to get rid of it. I had to demolish it because I had nowhere to put it. It wasn't worthy of giving, like, it was my first idea with a lot of good a lot of good intentions, but it just, I didn't want it out there, and I had to make room for this guy. So unfortunately so I saved some, trinkets off of it. But these guys actually sat in the corner here. That's where they sat.
Oh, nice. Right. Yeah.
It makes a perfect piece for putting the TV on.
Yeah. Oh, here's some more
minis. Some shamed minis that aren't painted.
Yeah, we've all got those, Mike. We've all got those.
Oh, and even these little ones here.
So you get props for that.
These are, again, part of my 30-year-old collection from when I painted back in the day. but that's basically all of these, right? Actually, him, and the that kind of looks like maybe a Strahd type of character.
Yeah.
Naked minis look away.
Wow, what's that?
Yeah.
That's
it's just a really cool. Mom gave me this guy. He's just a decoration.
See, that's a wizard's trinket.
Ken
Professor Kingsman should be able to pick that up, you see, and
flute glass.
And use that.
And the lighting can't really see him.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that looks really nice.
And the wrapped beholder that's never even saw
We're
air.
breaking up a little. We're breaking up a little bit, Mike.
And here's what it looks like from the DM side. Thank God we're open to the kitchen over there because this would be super cramped.
Yeah. Oh, the signal's slowing down a little bit, Mike, if you can hear us. That is... Again, questions from
David, I don't know
audience?
if you can hear me, but I lost your audio.
We can hear you now, Mike. I was saying that the signal seems to be pixelating a little. Can you hear us, Mike? Confirm, Mike. Come in, Mike. Nope, we lost Mike. Live streaming, everybody.
Yes.
Live
dangers. The dangers.
We'll give him a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
See if he can reconnect. And we'll go from
in
there.
In the meantime.
Here he goes. Hi, Mike. Are you there? Come in.
Yes, sir.
There we go. I was saying we lost you. As soon as you went behind the DM screen, we lost you. Maybe you got a low signal.
There's some creepy magic back here and it knocked us out.
That's it. It was the internet and the universe not allowing us to see from the DM's point of view.
Can you hear me?
There's too much stuff behind the screen.
Okay.
We can hear you, Mike. Can you confirm that you can hear us?
I can hear you.
Cool. There we go. What are these, like the torches around the room? Are they the same torches as what you have on your table?
They are not. For Gen Con 2021, when I made my exhibit booth, I decided I needed torches on that as well. So that's where these came from. This was from an Etsy shop out of the Ukraine. So these, I guess I had these three years ago, but these are quite large. They're about 22 inches. And I initially wanted to put them here, but they were too big because they wound up covering the outlet also. But these guys are perfect.
They from the same supplier or a different supplier?
Mike, did you hear that? We're losing you, Mike.
I can hear you now.
Cool. Right. So we every time you go near something that's dead, we seem to lose the signal. I'm just anyone in the UK who watched Ghostwatch, be warned, if things start flickering and going funny, we're in trouble.
It's the blood carrying
It's that
gourd he's
damn
got in the
Kenyan
corner.
tube with dead fluid in it.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing.
So the torches, Mike, on the table, are they battery powered or are they mains powered?
Man. Nothing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
can
got
hear
you,
you.
Mike.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear us, Mike?
Yes. Copy
Okay.
that.
The torches, are they mains powered or battery powered?
They're plugged in.
There we go.
House power, shore power.
House power. Okay, yeah, house power. That's cool. Now, the lanterns you have above hanging from the ceiling, what about those? Are those your design? Are they someone else's?
Actually, story about those. Those were free also. I was walking out of the Home Depot hardware store. I just got done checking out, and one of the cashiers said, "Hey, do you want these? We can't sell them anymore. They're discontinued." I'm like, sure.
Oh, wow.
So that's where those came from.
Did they know that you build things and like have a fantasy game room, or they just go, look, there's a guy with a beard. He's a nerd.
This was I got those before I started even doing all this stuff. They're about 6 years old, and I just started this 5 years ago. So
Wow.
yeah, I just held on to them, and they look fantastic hanging.
They do look
there,
fantastic.
So.
Did they tell you why they were discontinued?
You may have to ask the question twice, Steve.
Yeah, I can't hear Steve. This is terrible. What's happening?
It's just Steve. We can't hear Steve. That's fine.
No.
He's frozen on my screen.
It's my show, really. But I'm being nice to him this year.
You can ask on my behalf.
Can you hear? You can't hear him either.
Oh, I can hear Steve. It's strange that you can't hear Steve.
Right. What's he saying?
The reason
Translate.
you can hear me is because you're sat the other side of the desk, as we discussed last night.
Do you want to do the magic trick, Steve? There you go.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Right, we have folks joining us live. We need your questions. We've got 9 minutes, so we're down to the last few bits. You've had the tour. You want to know some bits and pieces specifically. Mike, I want to go and look at those signatures if you can get them on camera. We've got you've had Luke Gygax, but you've had a few people sign it.
I have.
Not sure if it was showing up on camera, but we can.
This pesky DM screen is blocking. Let me.
1, 2, 3, 4. How many you got?
All right.
One.
As appropriate as this is, that's Todd Stashwick on the first one.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Luke Gygax on the second one.
A necessity.
Try to get that a little closer. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Luke Gygax. That is Ginny D.
Nice, yeah.
Jason Charles Miller.
Cool.
Stefan Picorni from Dwarven Forge.
Yes.
Becca
Big fan
Scott.
of the original. Yeah.
And Josephine McAdam.
Fantastic.
Josephine does a lot of live streams. She did a lot with Becca Scott as well. She's doing something new too that I just saw that I was very interested in. I think it was another Arkham Cthulhu type series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks super cool as well. And my chalices, I got all kinds of pewter chalices and cups. This is my Cthulhu chalice, my favorite one.
Yeah.
That was the one you had last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't hear you, Steve. Steve's saying, oh yeah, that's the one you were drinking from last night in our game. We have a question from Dragonborn Industries, Mike. The question is, what is the inlay on your table made from? Is that the foam?
This is a neoprene mat. Yes,
neoprene,
it's a removable neoprene mat. What's funny is it's almost impossible to find these. Like nobody just makes just a straight Dungeon Grid style. I had to get this custom done. I'm not that happy with the print quality. It's a little fuzzy. It's not as sharp as it is. The mat underneath. This is just a solid black mat from the company that I absolutely love. The mat is thicker. They did a custom mat for me with the Dungeon Grid and it came out perfect. And 2 weeks later, would you believe it, that they stopped offering the 48-inch square mats? So that kind of went out the freaking toilet. But I do have them on the hook because after that, he still worked with me to get me the 48-inch black ones. So if people are interested and I can get an order of like maybe 6 of them, they would probably entertain it.
Yeah.
But it has to be but they don't want to just do one. So I got to get them a few.
That is looking nice though. I like that.
This guy, these skulls, this is a bigger version of the one that was on my sign. A much bigger version. These guys came first on the first Harbinger ever manifested. I didn't do the plaques with the artwork on the back. We did these guys. So it was an actual ornament hanging on the back. So, I mean, it still looks pretty wicked.
It does. It looks awesome. I much prefer the your little those things. Yeah, the little symbol things because it's different on every post. We've seen those before. It is awesome.
And this heavy duty. This is a door knocker These were super sick also, but this was another thing that I just had hanging on the back here also. But this is solid steel. You could beat a baddie to death with that thing for sure.
So, Mike, what's the most favorite part or piece in this room?
The table, duh.
Yeah. Other than the table. What's the second most favorite piece? The driftwood.
I think I'm going with the driftwood.
It is amazing. Is that a health potion you have hanging up on some rigging?
What are we looking at? To the left?
There's a red bottle hanging from the ceiling.
This over this way?
Yeah. What's that? What's that red
no,
thing?
those are that's a float. It's a fishing net float. It's a glass globe basically. It would be tied to a fishing net and then thrown in the water, but it floats. So it would just keep that edge of the net, from sinking.
Yeah.
And so they can keep track of their nets. Also, I don't know how. Obviously, that's like an older thing that wasn't. I don't believe it's used anymore, but I could be wrong.
Cool. We have another question from Dragonborn. He's asking, "What's the understorage on your table?" He calls it the bad boy.
The understore, like under here.
Yeah. And the player seats. So you've got those little shelves.
The cubbies.
You've got a drawer. Yeah.
Well, they're all empty right now, but normally I took I wanted the lights to illuminate for the stream. But normally I keep some books in there. Stashwick's book is in there, just all kinds of stuff. And then yes, our Dyson pencil drawer and keep extra goodies.
Nice. Like it. It's fantastic. So when are we going to go over, Steve? When are we going to go see Mike and have a play?
Oh, you let me know. I'd love to have you.
It would probably be cheaper for us to fly there with a couple of empty suitcases and bring back a table in bits.
It's weird because I can kind of hear Steve very faintly. It's so weird.
No, I think you're like me. You just ignore him.
No, I'm not. Please don't kill me.
Steve gets his revenge in 2 weeks. It's fine. I think, Steve, if we actually did go there, so Steve was saying we'll come over with a couple of empty suitcases and come back with a table. And I was thinking we'll probably end up with some shrunken heads or something, like the zombie squirrel.
Be careful.
It'll be an interesting conversation coming through customs.
You'll be taking the curse with you.
Exactly. Right. That is looking good. Again, Mike, if you want to jump back on camera while you're doing that, we will check out some other bits and pieces. So, how are you doing, Steve?
Yeah, we're good. Apart from only being able to be heard by one of you.
I'm not sure how that's actually happened, but guys, from the audience, if you have any more questions, Mike, I'm assuming you're trying to get back on camera.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't turn my camera around, so
there you go. That's fine.
But by pushing the actual button and just flipping it, so
yeah.
Kind of just
holding
it at the moment.
That looks good. That's good view.
Yeah, we're gonna do it there. So again, Mike, thank you so much for doing this again. Welcome to Game Room Tours. You're now part of it. We're going to be back in next week. I think we are. So the whole point of this series is to go and find those interesting gaming rooms. If you've made it this far in the video and you're watching this and you have a fantastic gaming room, do get in touch. If you want us to come around and kind of be nosy and get some random strangers to ask questions about your
totally invade your space.
Exactly, yeah, in a nice, friendly way, as we do. Then we'd love to see you. But Mike, again, thank you very much. We're going to leave it there. Steve, how you doing? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Steve.
Right, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Right.
I was glad to have you
Cheers
guys.
all. Check out. I'll put on Mike's trailer. We'll see you in a sec. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Adventurers were all invited for a stormy night of intrigue, camaraderie, and combat. Scant was known about the depth of preparation at the Inn of the Weathered Dragon. From the soft light provided by the beautiful sconces to the warm, homely space delicately afforded each adventurer, there was no denying the attention to detail or the overwhelming power of the setting before us. Mead was flowing and easy to find. The master's own space was elegant and spacious, yet unpretentious. As the evening progressed, the adventurers made much merry and could only love the setting provided them.
The lighting is money, dude. This shit looks good.
And the adventurer's assessment was apt. Shit did look good. And as the adventurers succumbed to the last moments of the evening, there was only one thought to be had. When and how they might acquire another invitation to the Inn of